This is the first time in over 80 years that foreign troops have entered Russian soil. The Ukrainian forces are trying to push further into the Kursk region on a daily basis. The lines that we're getting from Russian officials is that it is a contained situation. They're calling it a terrorist invasion. The people we spoke to that had to flee their homes said they had to do it overnight. I'm Dorsa Jabbari, correspondent. The Russians I met in Kursk are angry and scared, but between us, I was also touched by the sense of community that I saw. Ukraine launched an incursion into the Kursk region on August 6th, and it was very much a surprise to Russians across the country. So there are important strategic points within the Kursk region. It is right across Sumy region in Ukraine, which has seen some of the most intense bombardment by Russian forces in the war that is ongoing. Military strategists believe that Ukrainians decided to push through this region into Russia to try and alleviate some of the heavy attacks that they've been under by Russian forces in their own regions. In the first few days that we were there were some air raid sirens going off sporadically, and we actually did hear a few explosions in the air. We also saw bomb shelters, concrete shelters going up near bus stations across Kursk city. We went to a boxing studio that was turned into a shelter. There was about 50 people living in this boxing studio. Through translation, they were telling me that they have never met a foreigner. They were asking me where I'm from, and one of the children started touching my hair, and he was telling me that he's never seen hair like mine. And the woman was explaining that she had never met a foreigner in her life, that she had grown up in a village of about a few hundred people near the border with Ukraine, and they had never left their village. So it gives you an idea of how remote some of these settlements are. They never had to experience anything like this. I met a boy who was 9 years old. His name was Vlad. He didn't speak a word of English, and I don't speak any Russian, but he was adamant on explaining to me his video game that he was playing on a phone. Once we finished filming in this facility, I bought all the kids ice cream, and they were very, very happy. And I think we ended up speaking a language that we didn't need words, and we didn't need a translator. And it was very much an experience for them as much as it was for us to speak to them. The people that we spoke to that had come to the various points for assistance, they were extremely grateful to the volunteers who were working to give out aid to them. I really got a sense of community when I was there.
We arrived from Glushkovo. We've been staying here for a week with my son. We left behind our house and all our life. I would not like anyone to live through what we have lived through. I want peace as soon as possible, and for this horror to end.
I think this attack, this incursion into Kursk has really changed the narrative from the Russian perspective, because for the first time since February 2022, when Russia launched its war against Ukraine, it's now itself being seen as the victim. It is no longer just the aggressor. It has forced the population to really look at how they can come together